Alright, so first off for this build, you're going to want to make sure you're using top tree Voidwalker because the grenade with Chaos Accelerant and Scatter Grenade works amazingly with this build because if you have Warmind's Decree on, then it will spawn Warmind cells when you kill people with the Scatter Grenade. And then in the kinetic slot, you're going to want to have a Fatebringer with Firefly because Fatebringer with Firefly plus Wrath of Rasputin basically spawns a bunch of Warmind cells, and it's amazing. And in the special weapon slot, you're going to want to have either Truth Teller or Fighting Lion on. They both worked really good, although the Truth Teller has auto-loading holster, so it worked a bit better. But, you know, if you don't have Truth Teller, use Fighting Lion, and if you don't have Fighting Lion, use Truth Teller. The reason these are so good is because they are Void special weapon grenade launchers, which creates, once again, Void splash damage, and with the Warmind's Decree mod, that creates Warmind cells. And so does Deathbringer with the Warmind's Decree mod, which is just absolutely amazing. And to get the Warmind's Decree mod, just go over to the good old Artifacto, and you can buy it for one of the little artifact energies. You do have to buy a few mods so that you can unlock the final row, but yeah, it's not that bad. And then the final little touch is the NEZAREC'S Sin, because void damage kills increase ability energy recharge rate, so when you kill somebody with Truth Teller, Fighting Lion, or Deathbringer, it will increase the charge rate for your Scatter Grenade and your Nova Bomb, and those two things just lead to more Warmind cells being spawned in. Alright, so now that you guys know what to do for this build, I'm going to be showing you some good gameplay of this build in action, and let me just tell you, it is absolutely crazy. You basically get infinite Warmind cells, as you can see in the background gameplay. Now I do want to give you a little disclaimer about the video because some of these clips will like freeze for 1 second or two randomly. Unfortunately, there's nothing I can do about it right now. I don't know why my capturing is doing this. It's super annoying, but I'm going to try to find a solution in the next few days so that future videos won't be like this, but for now, that's just going to have to be how it is. But anyways, this is like one of the few Warmind cell builds that I've actually made myself where I feel like there is basically a Warmind cell up at every single moment, and that's what makes it just so crazy, and that's why I like it so much. Also, watch this. I literally create a Warmind cell with the Scatter Grenade, which is awesome, but then I shoot the Warmind cell and the Thrall takes absolutely no damage. But yeah, so in this build, Deathbringer is like one of the best things for creating Warmind cells because basically anytime you shoot it up in the air and it goes down and kills some adds, it kind of creates Warmind cells like every single time from my experience, which is kind of the downside to using Fighting Lion if you do decide to go that route, because then you can't use Deathbringer since Fighting Lion is an exotic. But the plus side to using Fighting Lion is that it takes primary ammo, so you're not going to need to run around trying to look for special ammo. But I'm not sure what heavy weapon you could use if you don't do Fatebringer, but really any Void Grenade Launcher or Rocket Launcher will work, just not quite as good as Deathbringer does. So if you're a fan of Warmind cell builds, I would 100% recommend trying this out because in my opinion, it's one of the most fun Warmind cell builds in the game right now. I know somebody is probably thinking, well, what about Witherhoard and Ikelos SMG? That's probably better. And it might be better, honestly, it is really good, but I feel like that's just like the most generic Warmind cell build in the game. Kind of everybody knows about that at this point, so this was just a lot more fun to use, and I kind of felt like it created Warmind cells more often. Maybe that was just me, and maybe it was because I was at Altar of Sorrows, but it was definitely more fun than Ikelos SMG and Witherhoard in my personal opinion. Plus, one of my favorite things about this build is that you don't just need to rely on one weapon or two weapons for the Warmind cells. You can literally use anything in your arsenal to create Warmind cells. You can throw your grenade, you can do your super, you can use your special weapon, your primary, or your heavy weapon. Literally anything will create Warmind cells with this build, and that's what makes it so fun in my opinion. But yeah guys, that's going to be it for this video. I hope you did find it helpful, enjoyable, informative, any of those things, and if you did, please consider going down and dropping a like on the video and subscribing to the channel with notifications on because it really does help out a lot. But thank you so much for watching and have a great rest of your day.